Oh, apologies there, we had a slight technical issue. And essentially what happened there is that my radiator fans were switched off, and so my PC said it's getting a bit hot. Obviously. Anyway, I've resolved it now. The fans are on. It's a liquid cooled machine, so obviously it needs the fans to cool the radiator. Yeah, there we go. Anyway, we're back in the room. So just check everything is up and running. It seems to be. So without any further ado, we'll carry on with what we were intending to do. Right. So to continue where we left off, what I need to do is go and visit a particular system. Has it remembered where we want to go? Yes, it has. And we want to go there. Route unavailable. Are we already there? Okay. Let's see. Ah, yes we are. Okay, cool. Let's get going. Yeah, sorry about that. My my computer got a little bit warm. Issue now resolved. We're back in the game. So what I'm going to do now is install excuse me, a couple of utilities I need for my Phantom before we carry on with the exploration trip. So I just need some automatic field maintenance units and a couple of weapons to interact with the newly discovered life form or organic thing and see if we can get a reaction out of it. And apologies for the interruption there. I'm surprised the computer ran as long as it did without the fan switched on, but there we go. Mind you, it's got a massive radiator, 3 fans, but we're running cool now, it's all good. So we're off to Davy Dock. Now one tip actually when you're just getting started and you need to get your exploration rank up, every time you're flying around the bubble and you're going to a station that's near a planet, just map that planet as you're coming into dock because it all counts. And I'll give you a very good example, because as we approach this one, I can carry on approaching to the station, but I can still map the planet at the same time. And this one is Earth-like, so totally worth the credits. Points make prizes. And I think my probe is slightly engineered. I can't remember now. We'll find out when we get to outfitting. And as you may have seen in my previous exploration videos, when it comes to mapping planets, it's a common misconception that you need to be looking at the planet when you do your mapping. But as I come into Davy Dock now, I'm just going to come off the throttle, hit the mapping tool, and then just swing it around. Why not? 7 probes. For and one round the back, about there. Should do it, and we'll carry on the docking. It's not mapped. Okay, let's have a look. Where's the gap? Oh, it is mapped. That took its time. Okay, right. So now, when we land, we can check cartographics and see what that map actually netted me in terms of exploration. Always comes in handy when you want to know what things are worth when you map them. So that was a Earth-like. Now it is a terraformed one, so that may affect what that was actually worth. I do love the detail of these stations. These Phantoms do take a while to slow down. It doesn't help that I haven't got very powerful thrusters, but even still. Right, 38. Ooh. See what I mean? Okay. So we just need a couple of items from outfitting. But what I want to do first is just see what that mapping. Really? I got 721,000 credits just for mapping that as I came in. I can't cash them in here, but well, that makes it totally worthwhile mapping the other three. 2 7s are 14, 2 14s are 28. That's nearly 3 million. Makes sense, doesn't it? Anyway, into outfitting. Because I just need to add a couple of items. So, utilities. Do I want any utilities? No, I don't. What I do want, though, is some AMFUs. So, let's get rid of these cargo racks. That's a 5e, that's maximum. So, AMFU, please, hopefully. They have some. No, they don't. That's a shame. We don't have any here. Oh well, I'll have to move on then. Let's see what weapons they got though, because what I want is, what do I want? I want probably a mining laser. Mining tools. 1D mining laser. 2 tons. Reduces my jump range by 0.3 of a light year. So that's not too shabby, is it? And they both weigh 2 tons, so it really makes no difference which one I choose. They're identical. So let's just grab the turreted one just to make it interesting. Here we go. And on the other one we'll have a laser. And I think we'll go with a pulse laser. And that gimbaled one there will do me. 2 tons brings me down just under 70 light years. That'll do me. So hopefully those 2 weapon choices will give me enough to experiment with the entity. Now they don't have what I want in terms of AMFU though, so we'll come out of here and just set those fire groups up. So weapons, we'll have on that one, that can be 1 and that can be 2, and they need to be on forward fire. Might as well do it now while I'm thinking about it. Oops. Into their forward fire. Lovely. Right, so we just need an AMFU then. Let's quickly check the mission board and see if there's a Federation rank mission. Of course, if it's Pew Pew, I'm going to struggle. No, 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 I'm not donating anything. No, no. Okay, it's worth a look. Because I am on, I think I've got 100% on Federation. Status. Yeah, 100%. So I could rank up if there was a mission available. Anyway, let's not worry about that right now. So let's go to the next system. And yes, I'm back. Slight technical issue. My fans weren't running on my radiator. So let's go here. And of course that meant that the system decided that it was getting too hot. But now the fans are on, we're all good. Schoolboy error and all that.
Ship released. Departure authorized.
See if I can sneak out with everybody else. Actually, I'm interested. Can the Great Phantom go through sideways? Let's see. There you go. Oh, no, it can't. Not quite. Interesting. Thought that was going to go through then. Okay, let's just try. Because those mail slots are a lot bigger than they look. But not that big, obviously. And you just saw a guy who put 4 engines in a larder. He didn't have a radiator either. Well, I'm guessing that got a bit warm too.
All clear. Flight control out.
Frameshift drive charging.
Those crazy Russians.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, well, I've only got 1 engine here, but like I say, radiator helps. Well, actually 2 engines really, with the GPU and the CPU, but we've resolved the issue, it's all good. Okay, so we're just going to nip across to this other system. Now there are 2 Earth-likes here, so it's worthwhile just giving them a quick scan before we dock. Seeing as just mapping an Earth-like that's already known gets you, well, not too shy of 1 million really, so that's worth it, isn't it?
Warning, frameshift drive operating beyond safety limits.
Okay, I don't know why it's saying that. I think I've acquired a dodgy frameshift drive. It keeps saying that randomly, and I'm pretty confident there's nothing wrong with it. Frameshift drive is at 100%, so yeah, weird. And that is a white dwarf, the most dangerous star to scoop from. More dangerous than a neutron star. Let's try and make a bit more headway. once I've got the AMFUs, which won't add any weight to my ship, I'll be good to go. Okay. I doubt I can get in between these two and scan them both at the same time, so I'll just I'll go across to this one first, as the station I want is on the other side. So I'll quickly map this one. Oh, you get that glitch as well, do you, where it says your frame shift drive's being silly? Out of range. Okay. Let's get a bit closer then. Yeah. I don't get it on the Anaconda, but when I'm flying the too keen here. When I'm in the Phantom, I seem to get it all the time. Well, certainly more often than never. Out of range, out of range, out of range. How can it be? It's B and C, that's why I've got long planet targeted. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that does the trick. I've not maximised my mapping range of these, so hence why I'm stopping just to see if it does map it properly. Oh, it has. Okay, cool. Right, on to the next one. Hang on. Like I said, I just said unexplored, didn't it? And it really shouldn't say that at all. Capital ship. That's what we want. Jules! How are you doing? Nice to have you along. How do I find the time to play so much? You might have a go tomorrow evening. Well, you know, I've finished the day job and all that good stuff, and so what better way to finish off the evening with a couple of hours exploration? That's what I say, and that's how I find my time. Oh, I think I just missed. I've probably scanned enough already anyway. Right, so is he going to do it? Did it miss? It must have done. No problem. Oh no, that's twice it's done that. Massive delay. Oh well. System fully scanned. It's been a bit buggy tonight, isn't it? Okay, I don't want that. I want the station. Where is it? Station. That's what I want. And of course it's behind me. You also get warnings about entering combat zone, but I'm nowhere near one. Yeah, I find it at the moment, I don't know, since the latest update, everywhere seems to have a combat zone. It's like nowhere safe. It's crazy. Everyone's at war. I suppose that's an accurate representation of the human race. Well, the less clever ones anyway. Always got to have a war. Right, let's get landing permission.
Echo, welcome to this federal facility. Please observe all standard docking procedures. Authorization cleared. You are go for approach to pad 20.
A lot of work goes into these stations and their looks, doesn't it? They do look great. Okay, landing pad 20. Ooh. Easy does it. Where's 20? Oh, it's down there. Get the brakes on. That's the thing. Does anyone watching use autopilot to land? The docking computer? I wouldn't trust it.
Landing sequence completed.
I'd
Deploying
rather
ground
land
crew.
myself. So let's just see how much I got for mapping those two planets. We were on 700,000. Let's see what we get now. Whoa! Why is that such a drastic difference? That's the first one we mapped, which was a terraformed Earth-like. However, these obviously weren't, I guess. 1.8 million each. Let's just have a look at the system map. Why is it being... oh, cancel. That's really worth knowing. So this one was the first one I scanned, which I believe was a terraformed one. Okay, that one was also terraformed, so what's the difference? That makes no sense. And that one's not been terraformed, so that's an original Earth-like. Why did that one net me less than those two? That doesn't make any sense whatsoever. How bizarre. That's crazy. So I'm going to have to map that one as a matter of interest now, just to see what that nets. That's crazy. Alan, yeah, I've been using a dock computer in my Conda. It has no mass, so I may as well have one. Yeah. I just wouldn't trust one though. What if you just spent, I don't know, 7 months exploring and had 1 billion credits worth of exploration data, and then your docking computer flew into the grid and exploded? How would you feel? Oh, I don't know what I'd do if that happened. So that's why I'd rather fly the ship myself. Right, outfitting. Hopefully we can get what we want here. So I want some AMFUs. Browse shop. What? They don't have any here either. Okay, I'm gonna have to consult INRA. What do I want? I want AMFUs. So let's have a look. Outfitting. Option internal. Autofill maintenance unit. Okay, let's see if I can find some. So what system are we in? I think it's Priocon. Let's come out of here. Where are we? Yeah. Oh, sorry, Procion. How do you want to pronounce that? Okay. Ashby City is where I need to go. So that would be Luton Star. Right, because we need that AMFU so we can get going. So let's program that in. It's actually right there. So we want to go there. What's the system? Let's just get the... That's what we want. Right, we'll go there. What we'll do in the meantime is we'll just come out of here and scan that last Earth-like and see what that gets us. Now if you're wondering what I used there, it's a website called Inera, which is India November Alpha Romeo Alpha dot Charlie Zulu. And if you go to that website, you'll find all the resources you need to find stuff within Elite Dangerous.
Regulate speed until clear of exclusion
And of
zone.
course, you would... Ouch. Oh. Let's boost the shields up a bit, shall we? Right. But yeah, that's the place where you go for all your resources within game. Of course, it would be nice if they provided that facility in the game itself, because if you don't know about that website, then things are a bit of a struggle really to find stuff. So that's what I just used to find out where my field maintenance system resides. Jules, you also engineered a Phantom, but I do prefer the ASP Explorer. It has a much better view. Yeah, I must admit, these sidebars and then that big chunk of metal up there where the weapons are stored, does kind of spoil the view, but not as bad as the Anaconda, which is very restrictive. And I do like to be able to look behind, but also you can, if you look right back, you can actually get a view out the back there as well. So it's not too bad, it's not too shabby. But as you know, I like to do range. The ASP will never get old. Right, we're just going to map this planet, and then we will pop across, get my AMF views, and we can start our trip to the very strange organic thing, which is 20,000 light years away from where I am right now. And it's probably worth mentioning that this account is a new account, and the idea of my very first exploration trip is to achieve a number of things. One is to unlock Professor Palin, so I can get my Class 5 dirty drives. It will also, if I'm do a bit of scanning on the way there and on the way back, that's 40,000 light year round trip, which means when I get back I should end up becoming elite in exploration, and that will allow me to go to the Pilot Federation station, where they stock everything in the game at a discount, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't need that many probes, but I'm just making sure. Right, okay, let's get out of here and go to our destination, which is actually over this way. Liechtenstein.
Frameshift drive charging.
So Jules, have you got a Anaconda tucked away in your hangars for maximum jump range? Be interested to know. And what is everybody's longest jump range who's viewing, who plays this Elite Dangerous? Be interested what their maximum jump ship is. And I know that not everyone likes exploring, but it's definitely worth a go, just to break all that combat up for a while. And like I say, what I will do as well, once this Distant Worlds 2 event is finished, I will take my main account back to the bubble, and oh, that's a big pause, that was weird. Yes, I will take my main ship back to the bubble, and I'll create a combat ship engineer it the full works, and then go full on for Combat Elite, which will make that account triple elite. Hey Blitz, I salute you sir, how you doing? 75 light years in my Conda, Alan. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, a decent Anaconda exploration ship isn't going to get much more than 80 light years. You know, with all the good stuff that you need. And a stripped down one, which is absolutely good for nothing apart from jump range, is about 83. Of course, we always want to be able to jump further. There are systems that require a jump range of at least 1,000 light years. They sit way, way, way out of the main galactic plane. Love to be able to visit them, but right now we don't have the technology. And I guess that's where Baxter comes in, right? Okay. There we go then. This should give me my last couple of components from my Phantom Explorer. It's not fully engineered, but it's not shabby. We've got a couple of weapons. SRV bay. Overcooked it there, I think, nearly. And yeah, should be able to get these places pretty quick. Landing pad 30. There she blows dead ahead. Is that someone on my landing pad? Oh no, it's the other bay. I thought someone was going to pop out on my landing pad for a minute. Right, let's get down. Land this crate. Quite literally. See what I did there? Right. Now I'm just going to check the cartographics and see what that last Earthlight netted me. Bearing in mind I only mapped it 7 minutes. What? Is that a bug? That's great. Right, okay, so if you've just joined, I went to a system that's got 4 Earthlights in it. And they're already known, everyone knows about them. And I thought I'd just map it and see what it gets me. So the first one got me 700,000 credits, just over. And then I went and mapped the other 2. And they got me... I'm just trying to figure out the maths here. So they got me 1.8 million each. And then finally, I just went and mapped that last one, which was a true Earthlight, not one that's been terraformed. Nearly 3 million? And all I did was surface map it. That's bonkers. So that system has now netted me 7 million. Well, I think I'll go and sell that data before I head off. Right. Interesting. I can't sell it here because I'm not far enough away, but let's just repair that bad flying damage there. Okay, outfitting. I want AMFUs, which are optional. And I browse the shop, see what we got. There we go. So 3A is 2 million. You can see why I bought that extra power plant. I know I can switch them off, but should I just go for the biggest, baddest? Repair capacity 4,000. Oh, okay. Well, that one's got a better capacity. And it's cheaper. What's... Okay, I don't know. What's repair rating? 0.23, 0.28. I honestly don't know what repair rating does. But I'm looking at repair capacity. I'll go with 3B then, I think. More capacity. Don't understand what that is and why that is. Joules, I do, but it's named the garden shed. Just used for storage. Never really liked the Anaconda. Okay. There's a lot of people that use the Type 9, don't they, for storage as well. I've got one on my main account. It's called Moo, because it's a cow. Anyway, I digress. Right, we'll have one of those there. And another 2B. To be or not to be. In there. So that gives me 2 field maintenance units. They don't weigh anything. I've not exceeded my power limit anyway, so I don't even have to worry about managing my power. And of course, oh, why did I just do a 2B? I want a 3B. Sorry, rail shot. 3B. 3B. I probably need to do power management now, will I? Nope, still good. 15.56. I'm putting out 15.96, even if we get the weapons out. All good. And the reason for that is that if I need to, they can repair each other as well. Basic shield generator, slightly modified. What modifications we got on that? Lightweight, level 3. It's not even got the strip down option on it yet. Anyway, I think we've done enough with this Phantom Explorer now to actually go out into the black. I'm just checking I've got everything I need. Fuel scoop, check. Guardian frameshift drive booster, check. Which gives me a jump range increase, as you can see, of 10 light years. Cargo rack, just in case I find anything that I want to bring back. A planetary vehicle hangar, so that I can go out in my buggy and explore a planet's surface and collect resources. 2 field maintenance units that will be able to repair each other and all of the ship's internal modules. A shield for those bumpy landings. Detailed surface scanner. And also, of course, you get the planetary approach suite when you buy Horizons. And no cuddly toy in that list. And then in my core internal, I've got a modified power plant, which is gives me a bigger output. 4D thrusters, and I don't think they're that far modified. Just dirty drive tuning level 3. However, the point of this trip was to unlock Palin, who does level 5, so I should be able to go quite a bit quicker. My frameshift drive is fully modified. Level 5 and has mass manager, which is the best special effect that you can add to your frameshift drive if you want maximum range. Life support's not been modified. It needs to be made lighter. Obviously I've got 2 weapons on my ship that they weigh 2 tons each. If I reduce the mass of that, I basically can carry weapons for free. Also, my weapons haven't been lightened. Power distributor, which is modified for engines, so that gives me extra boost and a quicker recharge on my engines, which is great for trying to land on big planets. 60 sensors, which have been modified a little bit, just level 3 again. I can lighten the load there as well, and a standard fuel tank. Right, I haven't got any utility mounts, and I can't think of one I could possibly need to take with me. So if we have a look to see what we got, chaff, don't need chaff, not going to see anyone. ECM, not going to see anyone. Heatsink, not worried about stars. I've got AMFUs to repair damage. I'm not going to need a kilowatt scanner because there's going to be no ships. Shield booster, again, no ships. Pulse wave, I'm not doing mining. Point defense, not going to be attacked. Manifest scanner, no need. Await scanner, no need. So I don't need any of that nonsense because I'm going out in the black where nobody goes. And if you're wondering where that is, I'll show you. Not by using the system map though, but the galaxy map, yes. So currently we are here, right pretty much in the middle of the bubble. Sol's not far away, there it is, which is our birthplace of humankind. If I zoom out though, all that way, you can't still see where it is I intend to do my first exploration trip, believe it or not. That's right, because it's behind you. That's right, that's where I'm going. There, and it's 20,156 light years. That said, to unlock Palin, you only need to do 5,000 light years. But if we're going to go explore right at the back end of the galaxy, might as well do it properly, right? And we're going to do it in the Krait Phantom. And I've mentioned this earlier, but essentially what that will mean is, by the time I've gone there and back, done a bit of exploring, my exploration rank will go from Ranger to Elite. I'll also unlock Professor Palin. Getting to Elite also unlocks the Pilots Federation system, where I can get cheaper ships, cheaper modules, and access to everything in the game that you can possibly purchase. And I'm going to be very happy about that. And I also get some exploration. Now, you're probably wondering, why do I want to go all that way?
Frameshift charge detected.
Now, the reason why I want to go all that way is in the Codex. Hey Jules, heat sinks. Now, do you know what? I've been exploring many years, and a heat sink never really needed it. AMFUs do the job, just dandy. But yeah, take heat sinks. Obviously, engineer them so that they're lightweight. Doesn't affect your jump range too much. So if you're worried about those horrible stars that you jump in and find yourself in the middle of, and you'd like that comfort zone of a heat sink, then why not? I'm a nutter, and I don't mind getting a bit hot. Okay, so where we're heading is out here in Kepler's Crest, and something's been discovered in Kepler's Crest. Oh yes, what is it? It's organic, and it looks like that. And that's what I'm off to go and see right now. Now, all of these types of biological discoveries react in different ways to interaction, of course. Now, this one has no interactual type information, so that tells me that whoever discovered that didn't try all of the different ways of trying to make it do something, and it might do something amazing, who knows. So I've equipped weapons to see if I can get a reaction that way, and all that good stuff, and I'll see what I can do to see if I can get a reaction out of it. Hopefully what I've got on board will be enough, and if not, I'll go back and try something else. But of course, when I do get back, I'll have a lot more money, I will be elite, and I'll be able to try more and more different things out on that particular anomaly. So to get to that anomaly, we go back to the galaxy map. This is pretty much where we start in the bubble in terms of the galaxy, and we're heading over there. So if we're going all that way, the first thing we need to do, because I quite literally am going to start my journey now, is we need to plot a route. Okay, now the stars are quite sparse out here, so and also my route plotter will not do over 20,000 light years, so I just need to find a system a little bit closer in, which we will do somewhere like that. That's 13,000. Okay, that's not, we can get a lot closer than that. There we go, just zooming in a little bit closer. Let's go for that one. And just route plotting failed. Why is that failed? What seems to be the problem? It's not even attempted that, has it? Okay, so I might have to do some fuel management when I get closer. So let's map a route to here. Oh, there's plenty of stars here. What also might help is if I just get a little bit higher to start with, fact, that's what I'll do first. I'll get a little bit of height. We'll go up and then we'll go back down. There's plenty of features to see on the way. I'm not going to stop at Barnard's Loop because it's all permit locked now. You can't really get anywhere interesting in that particular area. So I think what we'll do, should we go up? I'll tell you what, I'll let you decide. Shall we go above the galactic plane towards our destination, or shall we dip down and go underneath? I'll let you decide. Vote now. Upper or lower? Up or down? And that's the route I'll take. Never fly in a straight line to your destination, because you'll probably find that everyone else has done exactly the same thing. And that way, you'll never find a unique system. For example, if I wanted to go to see Sagittarius A, as a lot of people do, if I'm in the bubble and I plot the route to Sagittarius A, as everyone else has done in the game, it will plot exactly the same route as everybody else, with a slight variation. But you know, there are over 1 million players. They've all plotted a route to Sagittarius A, quite possibly. The chances of you finding a unique system on that very narrow same route that everyone else has taken is very high. So you're not going to really find anything new there, and you'll find that everyone else has been there before you. So the first thing you need to do is to choose a direction off the galactic plane, either above, like that, or below. Move to that position, and then make your way to your destination, and you'll find that pretty much every system you come across hasn't been visited before. That's all you need to do. So anyone let me know which direction you want me to go. Do you want me to go up or below the galactic plane? Above or below, and I will choose that route and we'll get going. Now we're not going to do 20,000 light years in this stream, but we'll start the journey, and I'll do a few streams on the way until we get there. Whenever I find anything interesting, I'll do a stream and say this is what we found on the way to our target system. Okay, Jules, you're first in. You usually go up, I do as well, so maybe down. I think that's a good idea. Now, this is a new account. It means that we can skim past Barnard's Loop, but I'm not going to bother getting too close because it's all permit locked now. So I'm going to go down 1,000 light years, and if you're wondering what that is there, that's the distance down minus, 1,066 light years is that. And if I move around, of course, then these will start. So we're pretty much at the starting point of mankind is 0, 0, 0. And you're probably wondering, what's it 0, 0, 0, right? Let's see. 0, 0, 0. Would you believe is Sol. 0, 0, 0. So you may not have known that in the game. If I take these orbit lines off a minute, sorry. The grid represents where we are in the galaxy from our starting point, and mankind, humankind should I say, started here, and that's why at Sol the coordinates are 0, 0, 0. There you go. I hope some of you found that useful information. Learn something every day and all that good stuff. Okay. Right, so the consensus anyway is to go down. I'm going to go directly 1,000 light years down and then make my way. So let's go 1,000 light years down. We'll make it a slightly advancing slope. Just going directly down 1,000 light years is a bit pointless, because I can tell you right now, everybody's done that as well. Okay, So you have to kind of get a little bit different. So that's where we're heading to. It's 20,000 light years away. I'm going now to move. Ooh, let's go for 1,000. Oh, I know what we'll do. Should we go 1,000, 1,000? Yeah, that sounds like a cool thing to do, doesn't it? What's it? 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. Let's zoom out a little bit. The answer is nothing. Où est le star? Well, there are some stars. Okay, so let's jigger it around a bit, find somewhere interesting, and go from... Which star should we go for? Can't see any interesting stars. Let's just move. Oh, that was an interesting one. What size is that? Size 3. It's not massive, but I think that'll probably make a good finishing point for this stream. Unless we can find anything bigger. That's an M class size 3. K class size 3. Did I just see another one there? Because I think when you're exploring, you need to choose a system that you want to go and check, that's worth looking at, rather than just amble along. Do you know what? I'm going to go for this one. Now the reason I'm going to go for this one is size 3, yeah, or class 3, means it's going to be a big star to start with, bigger than the standard, if you like, main sequence stars. It's going to be a big one, but not only that, it's also going to be a bright one, because M0, M's the class, 0 is the brightness, and 0 is as bright as they get. So if it's really bright and really big, then it should be worth a visit, right? And I wonder if anyone else has been here before. Should we find out? I think we should. So let's plot a route. We have plotted a route. Do we have jet cone boost on? Let's make sure we've got fastest routes. Just wait for that to double check it's calculated. So there we go, there's our route. So we're going to dive straight down underneath Barnard's Loop, from pretty much where Sol is, and then from there we're going to plot a route to our destination star. So without any further ado, I think we should launch. Alan says go down as well. Yep, we've made that decision. That's what we're going to do. And Jules, you didn't know that? You thought it was reference to Sag A. No, yes. Our grid reference of our galaxy starts where we are. So yeah, 000 is Sol. Okay, I just better double check that I have got everything. I think I'm good to go. Don't think... Oh, I know what I should do actually. On my first jump, I'll look for a station and sell my data, because I've got quite a bit of data now stored up from scanning those Earth likes. So we'll do one jump. Hopefully it's to a system that's populated. Should we just check? No, it's not, and it's going to go for a dwarf as well. Alright, we'll make a quick detour to a system that's populated. There you go, that one is. Let's go Chang'e. Just because I like the name, let's go to Chang'e, sell the data. Now what you can do, because I've plotted the route, all I'm doing is I'm selecting that system and I'm just going to jump to it and go with whatever I find, leaving my plotted route to remain as it is. Okay, so that we continue our journey down underneath Barnard's Loop. But we're just going to nick to Chang'e and sell our data. Let's go. And don't worry, I've packed my sandwiches. I have a picnic aboard somewhere. Somewhere down there anyway. Oh, there's my beer cans there. Look, can you see them? And what's on the other side? Oh, more beer. Oh, all right then. We've got plenty of beer. That's all you need when you're exploring, right? Don't need anything else. Okay, so off we go on our 20,000 light year journey. I'll stream the good stuff, but we'll just go and check out that star that we've selected. And there's Barnard's Loop. So we'll jump to Chang'e. We will sell our cartographic data, and then we will blast our way to that rather large star. And once we arrive there, we'll end the stream for tonight, and then I'll do a few more streams on the way to our destination. Of course, ultimately, we'll get to investigate that organic thing, that creature, and see if we can get it to react to something. And that will be interesting. And I wonder if I'll get hyperdicted by a Thargoid, because technically I'm flying right through their territory. That'll be interesting. I've not seen a Thargoid for ages. Kinda miss them, really. Right, let's find a station. Station. That'll do. Right, let's go and sell this data, and then we'll be on our way. Maybe pick up a bar of chocolate before we leave, right? Beer and chocolate. That's all you need to survive the void of space. Nicolette City. Oh, that reminds me. I don't like. Do you like orbit lines? Do you like orbit? I don't like orbit lines. They're good for finding particular pieces. Bits and pieces. Go across to the menu. Sorry, a bit silly. Orbit lines. We want those off. There we go. Right. Turn up the old throttle there. Anyway, it's not so bad now with the orbit lines off. I do use it now and then for looking for weird orbits, but normally time spoils the view, because when you're going outside view you still see planets and things highlighted, which can be a bit frustrating. So anyway, Jules, yeah, next time maybe you want to check out what the coordinates are for Sergei. I'll be interested to see what they are. Is it 26,000 light years, Sergei? So I'm guessing it'll be 26,000 something from Sol. Hey, Jamie, you turn orbit lines off except in the bubble for docking. Yeah. When you're out in the black, you don't want all that spoiling that gorgeous view, do you? And I mentioned earlier I don't like using, well, I've never purchased a docking computer because I wouldn't trust it with my, many years worth of, get away with jumping out. Yeah, I think we will. Many years worth of exploration data. Will it let me do it? No, it's not going to do it. Sometimes you can get it to let you jump out of Super Cruise anyway, even though you're coming up a bit fast. Yeah, last thing I want to do is engage a computer that crashes my ship and loses me everything I worked for. Like I say, this trip should net me a fair chunk of money, enough to buy whatever I want, elite status in exploration, access to Palin, and all that good stuff. And imagine if the computer smashed your ship up for you and you lost it all. And that's why I like to fly myself. Alright, let's get some dock information here. accent. Permission granted. Why? Okay, let's go behind this guy. 38 is the pad we want. 38, there it is. What is that? Looks like a Diamondback to me. Anyway, we're landing here, thank you very much. And overshooting the landing pad also. I really find the reverse thrust on the Phantoms quite lacking. In fact, the thrusters on it are lacking quite in general. Mind you, I've got lesser thrusters on, but even still. Right, Starport Services. Let's sell our data. And actually, before we do that, let's see what we've got. 8 million in total. What's my rank at the moment? So I'm 9% Ranger. What does 8 million do to that then? Let's double check. 9%. 9% becomes... I'll have to refresh. And let's go out and do a couple of jumps and it'll refresh. Right. I really don't need anything else before I go, do I? It's like I'm setting out on a long journey, so, you know, want to make sure you got everything you need, right? Yeah, let's go. Launch. Right, we're on our way. We'll blast off to that large star. Shouldn't take long, it's only 1,000 light years away. Just over. Shouldn't take long in my Phantom Explorer. Our destination is directly behind us, that's handy, isn't it? Just do the old flight assist off manoeuvre. Why is the station selected? It should be my destination.
You've now exceeded the no fire zone. Goodbye, Commander.
Why is it not? Seems to have lost where I wanted to go for some reason. Let's try that again. That's more like it. Strange.
Drive charging.
So long, humans. We won't be seeing any humans for a while. Jules, do I have a favourite ship I like to fly? I do, really. Depends on what I'm trying to do. I mean, favourite, it depends what you mean by favourite. In terms of exploration, if I'm going for distance, then my favourite ship is going to be the Anaconda, but I use the term favourite loosely because for exploration it's a real pain. Yes, it's got the jump distance. That's a nice view of the Barnard's Loop there. We will get a bit closer to that so you get a better view, but yeah, but it's a big ship. It takes ages to manoeuvre in Super Cruise, and it's not great on small planets for landing, especially bumpy ones or icy ones, because it's hard to find a landing spot that it'll actually sit down on because it's so big. And the view's not very good out of it. It's a bit... In any other element of its greatness, the only good thing about it for exploration is the range. The poor view and everything else makes for a terrible exploration ship. And ships with a good view, Asp Explorer, great for exploring. I agree. I'm in a Crate Phantom right now, and to be honest,
Disengage.
the unnecessary clutter that gets in the way. You know, like those pods up there on the left there and up on the right, just blocking the view unnecessarily, really. It would be nice to have an exploration ship that just had a giant bubble on the front, so you can just look around wherever you want. Yes, you can still see down below, which is good, and slightly off to the back there as well, as you can see. But overall, I think the ARSP has probably the best view, also the Type 9, but the Type 9 range is awful. So let me just check something. Okay, let's get going. So we've got 26 jumps. Won't take long. I like flying the Phantom. It sounds nice and all that sort of stuff. It really depends what you're doing. I like the Vulture for combat. It's very quick and nimble. And when you engineer a Vulture up to the maximum, you can quite literally run rings around ships. So that's good fun. I wish it had more than 2 hard points though. It's a bit restrictive of, you know, where to do certain types of damage. You've just got 2 weapons to choose from, which makes it less fun, I guess. So anyway, nothing really of value worth scanning there, so that's a signal source. We're not interested in that. Let's get going. What about you, Jules? What's your favourite ship? In fact, what's everyone's favourite ship that's viewing? And of course, it depends what you're doing. You know, your favourite exploration ship, your favourite combat ship. I'd be interested to know. I also like the ship launched fighters. They can be fun. I think last time I did a really long exploration ship, I was out with one of my fellow commanders for a laugh, and we did a ship launched fighter battle, because obviously they regenerate, which is always handy, and so we had a lot of fun. Really, we was, managed to play pew pew some 50 or 60,000 light years away from any civilization. You wouldn't want to do that normally, would you? George, you like anything in Imperial? Yeah. They do have a much sort of sleeker looking fleet, don't they? Imperial Courier has got some really nice glowy lights all over it, and looks pretty sleek. And I was really disappointed with the jump range on that. It's called a Courier, right? So you think that that would have some range, but in fact its range is really poor. But I like the ship. In fact, my main account, I have got one, but I never really use it. It looks nice, but I'm just disappointed it didn't have better range. You know me, I'm all about range. But that said, I do have a Type 9 called Moo. It's always fun to take that out now and again. Nothing of interest there. That's the other thing I like about getting away from the bubble. You don't have to worry about signal sources and stuff. It just clutters up the scanner. Right, let's get a move on. Jamie, my favourite all-rounder is the Python. Has been since day one. Don't do combat. Too old. So other is the Condor for exploration. Yeah, the Condor is it's a great ship for range. It's got plenty of slots, which is important, so that you can have a multitude of stuff with you. it's just a shame about the view, and the movability is really bad. And of course all the hard points as well really helps for just putting random weapons on. And you know, the utility slots, it's just a great all-round ship. It's a pity that the view's so bad and the movability is so bad. Let's just have a quick look here. Oh, I think we've got something worth scanning. Let's just do that one, wherever it is. Now bear in mind I'm trying to get somewhere quickly, so I'm literally just gonna scan and go. The idea that I can scan and go and get back and still bring in enough cash to get me up to elite for exploration. But the Python, yes, I had a Python for a long time on my main account. I did everything in it, and it outfitted with multi-cannons on every hard point, which used to rip to pieces other ships when I was doing a bit of combat ranking to unlock an engineer. Did a lot of mining with it, did all sorts. It's a great all-round ship. Certainly want to recommend taking out for a spin. I'll tell you what, here's a question for you then. Which is the ship you most dislike? I'd be interested to know. Nothing worth scanning, let's get going. Oh, and also, whilst you're thinking about your most disliked ship, a little update on Rock Rain. I've been to 3 different systems since my live stream, and from what I can tell, FDev have made a slight tweak and pushed all of the moons tantalizingly away from Rock Rain. A few stars there. So I've put in a support ticket anyway, to ask have they really messed Rock Rain up permanently, or is it still possible? Because I don't want to be flying 60,000 light years to discover that what I found before is no longer Rock Rain, and they've, as they like to call it, fixed it. Quite frustrating. And some other interesting, useless information. My very first exploration ship was a hauler. Why is my UI not working? There's some weird stuff going on. They certainly did introduce a few bugs with that last update, didn't they? So in terms of all of these biological life forms, have you all found some by now, I take it? I think one of the best additions to the game was the see, that's looking a lot nicer now, isn't it? Barnard's Loop. Pity it's all permit locked now. Best looking place in the game, and they've permit locked it all. Yeah, Jamie, I have asked them to clarify. They haven't come back to me yet. But yeah, they may have done the worst ever conceivable thing possible. I've got a feeling a lot of people have done what I've done and gone to 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 because I seem to be following out everyone else's footsteps here, which is fine. That's what happens when you do a predictable route. So yeah, anyway, the good thing about that system though, Jamie, is that you do get a spectacular view, even though they have fixed it. From what I can tell, it's still a stunning view. And I don't know if you saw that stream I did with the ringed neutron as well. That was stunning, and it's amazing how quickly those rock rings orbit those neutron stars. It's quite amazing. Yeah, I'm definitely on a well-travelled route here, aren't I? Yeah, Jamie, I visited it a long time ago before they permit locked it as well. And Jamie, of course, you should find that some of the systems you visited are now permit locked, right? So that means that you can still see inside the system even though you can't go there. And I have quite a few around there that have been permit locked. So basically I've got a system that I can see the system map, but it's permit locked. But don't sort of get too excited because no Thargoid space stations or similar have appeared in the map, so they still look empty as far as I can tell. But yeah, if you've been out that way, have a look, see if you can trace your steps and find some systems that you've been to before and have a look at the system map. It is a nice view, Jamie, and also of course because you'll be playing it first hand, it'll be in high res. Why am I sat here just drifting along? I just need to get going, don't I? Yeah, looking at it in high res in 4K, yeah, much nicer than any stream can represent. I mean, I'm playing now in 4K, but stream wise I'm putting out 7,500 kilobytes a second, which is meant to be optimum, but even still, you'll never get 4K on a stream. Well, not with my setup anyway. I'm not even using the capture card. Why is my ship flying so slow? What is going on here? It's been really buggy today. Anything here? Oh, nope.
Fuel scooping.
This game's been quite buggy today, to be fair. I don't know why that is. Little weird anomalies going on here and there.
Disengaged.
Like my fuel not going up as fast as it should be. What's going on there?
Frameshift drive charging.
Yeah, Jamie, definitely go and have a look. I'm sure you've probably found that you've mapped some systems, and they're now permit locked, so you can go and see if any of those big Thargoid space stations have appeared, or similar. And it's also interesting that where there are Thargoids or Guardians, they've now changed the system to reflect that as well in the system description. And of course you can now filter by Thargoid and Guardian on the galaxy map. So they're obviously here to stay for a while. How many jumps to our big star? 15. Gives us about, allowing for the odd scan, 20 minutes. So we'll get to the big star, we'll see what's there, see if anyone's been there before. I expect someone will have been there before. Ooh, right between the two. Double scoop. 2 scoops. 4 bodies. Who needs heat sinks? Why am I not refueling?
Temperature critical.
Are they 2 T-story stars? I didn't look when I jumped in actually. Let's just see if there's anything of interest here. Nope.
Frameshift drive charging.
M class, right. Well, I'll definitely be able to fuel from this. next jump. Don't want to be running out of fuel, do we? We're running on half empty. Jaws took a while, but I really dislike the Type 7, can't think of anything else. Yeah. Type 7's an acquired taste. It doesn't really have enough storage to warrant, I don't think, it being a transport ship, because it kind of doesn't carry that much really in the greater scheme of things. And what is the point of those weapons on the front? I have no idea. So yeah, I see where you're coming from. Right, let's fill the tank up before we jump again. Make full use of that big fuel scoop we've got. Anything worth looking at? Nope. Oh, really? Oh, hilarious. What's that? I like chips and salsa. 7007. What's up, bro? Yeah, it's all good. What's happening? It's all hotting up over here. Oh, come on, cool down. Don't know why it jumped out there. I thought I was far enough away, but never mind. Jamie, that's a good question. As soon as I get into Super Cruise and onto my next system, I'll tell you. Well, I'll actually show you. Right, yeah. For those heatsink lovers, let's do a jump from the star. It's getting warm. It's getting warmer. 88%, 91, 93, 96. Oh, no damage. And I saved all that weight without having a heatsink. Right, so yeah, Jamie, good question. I'm definitely following the same path as everybody else in the game, I think. Everyone had the same idea. Go down and go to 1,000,000. Right, but to answer your question, Jamie, this is so easy to use once you know how to use it, like anything in this world. Yep. To understand where things appear. So, you've got a high end, which is where my scanner is right now, and if I go down to the other end, you've got a low end. And if you look at the bottom right of the screen, at the moment it says signal analysis and says transient signal sources. That piece of text that says transient signal sources indicates what you should expect to find along the scanner. And as I move up through the scanning range, it then says concentrated signal sources. Go a little bit further, and then it says asteroid clusters. Now, to answer your question, phenomenon appear in between asteroid and around concentrated. That's where you can expect to find them, in that range there. And of course, if you go up from that, you get asteroid clusters. They're metal rich, high metal, and you can read, as well as I can, rocky bodies, icy bodies, rocky ice. Then we're on to the more juicy stuff, like an Earth-like world. I'm confident that one isn't an Earth-like world. Ammonia worlds and water worlds. And then you're on to your gas giants. And the higher you go up, the bigger the gas giant. Or the higher the class number of the gas giants. So that's how it all works. Now, what we have discovered by using this technique, though, is that right here we've got a water world. What is now it's saying ammonia worlds, water worlds in the same. This is being really buggy today. Okay, anyway, right, let's find that one. And if it's a terraformable, we'll go and map it, because I do need to get to elite status as well during this trip, and so we'll need to do a bit of proper scanning. Where are you? Or where is it? Ah, there it is. What do we got? Water world. Okay, but is it terraformable? If it's terraformable, I'll go and scan it. If it's not, I'm not gonna bother. That's it there. It's not terraformable, so for me, it's not worth the effort. Let's keep going. And if you're wondering, a terraformable water world is worth somewhere in the region of about 3 to 3.5 million for one planet. So that's got to be worth a scanning map. Non-terraformables, maybe 1.5 million. Maybe a bit less. But I have got 20,000 light years to go, so I'm confident I'll find enough good stuff along the way to get me up to elite by the time I get back. Okay, nothing worth scanning there. Let's keep going. Lab jumps, 10 minutes, and we'll be at our destination, which is the rather large star. Quite interesting. The reason why this is taking so long is we've still not hit a neutron star, which is a bit weird. Surely we've hit a neutron star by now. But we've not even had a white dwarf, have we? I don't think my mapping's worked properly, you know. I find it hard to believe there isn't a white dwarf or neutron star between here and our destination. I find that incredibly hard to believe. I'm just going to check something. Use jet cone boost is switched on, those are turned down. Have we got any mapping things that... No, nothing there. So, non-sequence stars. This is trying to tell me that there are no non-sequence stars. So what I'm looking for now, by the way, actually white dwarf should be switched on as well, because hang on, that looks like one right there. Oh no, it's actually the background. There shouldn't be any of these two types of stars here, because you can boost off of these, and this is telling me that there aren't any, which I find hard to believe, but looking at it, it may be justified, which probably explains the reason why I wanted to get down lower in the galactic plane to start finding those, so I can get a decent boost. Ah, look, I think I just saw what sort of systems that I really want. Here we go. So it seems that when you get down to this level, this is where you get the systems that will give you the boost you need, and that is at 1096 light years down. And here's some more here. Look. Neutron stars, neutron star. Right, so we're heading in the right direction. We just need to go a bit lower once we get past that star, and we'll be in the, as they, what do they call it, the neutron superhighway, and that will speed up our journey over there. But I've just spotted something that I want to have a look at now. Oh, it's a Crab Nebula. Okay, right, so we're on our way. Jamie, you are welcome. You can ask me any questions and I will do my best to answer them with my limited knowledge of Elite Dangerous and exploration. So anyway, as you saw, there's another reason to get lower or higher in the galactic plane. If you're trying to get somewhere quickly, you really want to get onto those neutron stars and boosting your way along. So instead of doing 60 light year jumps or 70 light year jumps, you'll be doing close to 300 light year jumps in one go. And I'm still finding systems that everyone else has been to, so I think this has been a popular route. But never mind. It's to be expected. If you think about it, we've not even done 1,000 light years yet, so it's going to be heavily explored, this area. But once we get going in the direction that we want to go, I think we'll be good. I'm also kind of missing my 80 light year jump Anaconda. But, you know, you got to start somewhere, and we're using this Phantom. "22 bodies, anything of interest? Nope. Let's keep going." So if you look down there, let's see, those are just the asteroid clusters. It's not far enough down for the phenomenon. Do 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 do. You all know that song, right? Phenomenon. Do 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 do. Yeah, that's the one. Right. Let's get going. So do you commanders use the INRA website tool for finding stuff that you need? I think it's invaluable, especially for engineering, all that good stuff. Hey Jules, unlimited. Yeah, thank you very much. I'll take that as a compliment. Yeah, you fly safe too, Jules, and catch you on the next one, yeah? And thank you for watching. Always appreciated.
System scan complete. Frameshift drive charging.
There's not a lot of variety on this trip, is there? How are we doing? 7 jumps to go. And if you're wondering how I know that people have been here before me when I jump into a new system, because I've definitely not been this way ever before, you'll notice that in my scanner you can still see, if I zoom in and out, that there are planets already showing, which means that people have already been here before and handed in the data. And I can prove that also by going to the system map, and you'll see that someone has already been here before. Although no one's come here and mapped this particular system, so we're just getting to the point where we're far enough away from the bubble, which is probably about 1,000 light years by now. And we're starting to get to the point where things are starting to become unique and people haven't been here before, which is good. Jamie Hughes, INRA, EDDB, and Captain's Log. Awesome. I did have some of that. I did have Captain's Log at some point, but for some reason I didn't really get using it effectively. So I still have a spreadsheet. And also, I have a spreadsheet that Michael Brooks sent to me. Yes, that's right, the famous Michael Brooks, who works for FDev. And he sent me a spreadsheet of all my original discoveries when I first started playing the game. Pretty cool. Actually, I feel like a bit of a geek saying that now, but it was nice to see all of the things that I discovered first in a spreadsheet. And the reason that got sent was they had a bit of an issue with the first discovered by tags that got introduced. Because yes, there was a time when you couldn't tag anything. But now you can, of course. And now you can even map things. And get your name in the codex as well if you find something in a particular sector before anyone else. So there's plenty of ways to stamp your name on the galaxy. And getting close to our destination where I will end the stream. But as we're doing that, I'm just wondering what everyone's thoughts are on what they think might be in this super fantastic major never done before release that's coming in 2 years time. Just wondered what you thought they might have in store for us.
Frameshift drive charging.
I hope it's not. I hope it's more than some fluffy dice for your ship. Although I would like some.
System scan complete. Fuel
Oh, we must be nearly there. 2 jumps to go.
Frameshift drive charging.
So we should end up at a rather large. I think it was an M class. Brightest in the spectrum, size 3, as I like to call it. All on the next jump. Now, no.
Fuel scooping.
Oh, an original system no one's been to before. And what's in it? Anything of interest? No. Should I just map one body? Or scan one? I suppose it'd be rude not to.
Fuel scooping complete.
Let's just scan something. There we go. Oh, 2 icy bodies. Wow. Isn't there anything metal around here? There we go. There we go, so we mapped a bit of a system there. Right, the next jump's the biggie. So we just mapped 13,000 light years. Well, I won't be going to map the surface. Right, next jump, big star. Jamie, FD will give us everything that nobody cares about. I don't know what you mean, JB. You mean like power play? Or CQC? Yeah, no one asked for that, did they?
Charging.
So we're going to a red giant, class M. I'll be disappointed if no one else has been here, to be honest. I mean, it does stand out a bit in the galaxy map. Yeah, you think that FD would like ask people what they would like to see in the game? There we go, big star. 132 light seconds. So that's pretty big. Let's see if there's anything of interest here. Don't tell me there's an Earth-like world. That looks like an Earth-like world. I kid you not. And if there is an Earth-like world, then I'm guarantee you someone's already scanned it. Is there an Earth-like world in this system? I'm not so convinced now. Ah, it lied. It's a rocky ice. I had a feeling that might be the case, to be honest. Metal rich. Do we have a metal rich? What's going on there? High metal content. Right, let's just have a look at the system map a minute. And now you'll get some perspective about how big this is. Oh yeah, that's a normal size star. And that is a lot bigger. 255. Perseverus Keenblade. He's not scanned that one. Wow, 349. So no one's really been here then, since a long time ago. Just see what else. How many bodies was there? 23. Well, I'm not going to scan all those. I've scanned a couple. Leave some for someone else, right? Well, look at the galactic core. Don't that look weird? Okay, so that is that. Let's come out of there. Sorry, that's a big star, commanders. 132 light seconds to the core of that star. And as some of you know, that some systems you go to, you can dock at a station in within 10 light seconds. So when it says 132, you know it's big. So from here, we need to just jump down into the neutron highway, which I will do before I end this stream, so that when I kick off the rest of my journey, let's go for that neutron star there. I'll be in the zone for neutron star jumping and make a rapid. As you can see, there's it's littered with neutron stars along here now. Look, these are all neutron stars, all black holes. I won't be able to boost off a black hole, but neutrons I will, and that would enable me to get to my destination a lot quicker. So we'll just get down to that level, take a look at the galaxy, and end the stream. Yes, it is a big star, Jamie. That was it 100 and something, 134 light seconds? There are stars that are 1,400 light seconds to the core in this game. That is a sight to behold. We're talking ridiculously big. Over 10 times the size of that star that you just saw, in fact. So yeah. Oh, come on. And there was a system that I once happened upon with a similar sort of size star, but right next to it was a binary 2O class, which is the largest star class. A binary of those orbiting the star, and those O's look like eggs next to I don't know, a beach ball. because this main star was absolutely ginormous, and it was great to get that perspective of how big they are, because there was a binary pair of stars orbiting it which were just dwarfed, and these binary pairs of stars were massive. I mean, it's just hard to comprehend sometimes just how big things are. You know, we're talking about stars that if they were in this solar system would, you know, their corona would be where Saturn is. It just, we're talking big. So we're nearly down to the neutron highway, I think. In fact, this might be the last jump. We'll do a charge, we'll do a jump, and we'll end the stream. And I will then try and make as much progress towards our destination, which is to investigate the new biological phenomenon. Right, I'm guessing this is probably our neutron star jump coming up. Let's just see if there's anything worth looking at. No, nothing for me. Right, 4 jumps, really? I better get a wriggle on then. Further down than I thought. You can start to see the neutron stars. Now the next star is an F-class star, and that's F for Foxtrot. And F-class stars very often have water worlds and Earth likes. Let's see what we find here. It looks like someone else has been here before, probably following the same highway that I'm looking for. Let's have a look. Oh, look at that, I've never been here before, and it looks like there's at least 2 water worlds. This is what a little bit of knowledge does to help. Oh, is that binary water worlds? Well, there's one. Oh, look at that. Anyone would think I've done this before. First discovered by Percival. Well, congratulations, Percival. Now there's 2 there. Let's just see if they're terraformable. Oh, they're not binary. They're actually separate. That is so close to being an Earth like that. I can see green. Anyway, let's quickly map these. Oh, I didn't actually see if it was terraformable or not, which is important. That one is, and that one isn't. This one is worth the most. That's probably about 3 million at least, sat right there. What's even more incredible is that they really exist in our real galaxy. Yes, they do, Jamie. This is about the only way you're going to be able to explore our galaxy in our lifetime. Might overcook it here. Let's try and scrub off some speed by doing a little dip. Come on. Really? Meow. Yeah, it's crazy, you know, the speed of light is really slow. And that sounds weird saying it, I know, but it is. The nearest star to our solar system is 4 years away if you could travel at the speed of light, and that's the nearest one. We're never going to get anywhere at that rate, are we? Is that a map?
Surface scan
Yeah.
complete.
Right, let's quickly map this other one. Because we do want to come back elite, right? Okay, we'll map this one and I'll end the stream there because this commander's getting a little bit tired. And then once we've done that, I will try and make as much progress to that system there, which is a long way. 18,000 light years from where we are now, and that's where we came from, and we're definitely below the galactic plane, and Barnard's Loop is almost directly above us. There we go. Hopefully by the time I do the next stream I should at least be halfway to the destination. But I do need to go into stasis for the evening. So we'll just map this planet and we'll leave it there. And I hope you've all enjoyed the stream. More will come, more science, and of course when we do get to our destination we will be trying all sorts of things to get our reaction from the biological discovery. So this is the last planet we're going to map tonight. Very nice. Not an Earth-like, but still quite pretty. I do like the detail on the cloud systems. 6 probes, so that'll be a Mickey Mouse. There's the ears. There's the chin. And one in the face. So there we go. I hope you enjoyed this stream. And I will do as much as I can to get you some more interesting sights and sounds on the next one. Is it telling me it's not going to map that? 88%. Okay, we'll send one round the back. Let's see if I can hit the bullseye just to end the stream. I'm going to go for about there. Come on, let's hit the bullseye. I'll put it over to one side so you can see. Let's see, come on. Be lucky. Thanks, Jamie. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. Oh my word, that was way off. Yeah, 181 jumps from the stone planet start. Alright, cool. Wow, that's a lot of jumps. Yeah, well, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. It's time for me to end this stream. And I will see you soon on the next one. And more guides to follow on my YouTube channel. So if you want to catch up with that stuff and be the first to see it, then obviously like, subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll tell you what I do as well is to give you an example of the sort of things you can expect to find on my YouTube channel, which are recorded, which I will update to Twitch from time to time, is a video like this, and I will leave you with that. So let's give you that now. Thanks for watching.